I hope you're doing fine and you're having a great day. I am so excited to welcome you to my very first episode of my 2 Cents podcast. Allow me to introduce myself since it's both our first time here. My name is Joanne. I am a Ugandan. I'm a writer, content creator. So for those that are familiar with me, you know that I've been writing different articles based on my personal life experiences and sharing the different lessons that I've learned out of each of these experiences. So based on the feedback that I've been receiving from different readers, which is most people say that they relate to the experiences that I was sharing over there. So I thought I should launch a podcast so that we get to have these conversations about life on a more in-depth level. So personally, I am on my journey to self-discovery. If you're someone who's on your journey to self-discovery, then this podcast is for you. We will be talking about everything from our wins to our successes, to our losses, to our fears, our struggles. We get to have vulnerable, realistic, conscious conversations. I will be giving my 2 cents on all things around life. I am not a motivational speaker. I am not an expert at anything. I will be giving it to you as raw as it happens in my life. So I am so glad you took the time to watch this. I hope at the end of the day I'm of value addition to you. We will be figuring out different things together as a team, as a family, as we get to grow every day by day. So welcome aboard. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. Let's just get started. Hi, I am so glad you're still with me here. So in our first episode today, we are going to talk everything about self-discovery. Self-discovery can be such a lonely, exhausting journey, especially when you're young, you're fresh from school, you don't know what to do first, where to go, you don't know who to talk to. So in my experience, my journey has been, because I'm still on the journey, my journey has been such a, I don't have the right word, but well, let me share my experience with you. When I finished school, I was trying to find a job to see what I was going to do first or last. I didn't want to go back to my parents' house, so I needed to find something to do, something I can tell mom I am doing this, that's why I cannot come back home and I have to stay wherever I am and do whatever I am doing. So while I was looking for a job, someone would ask, Joanne, what job are you looking for? And then I'd go like, any, I'm available for anything. And then they would respond, no, that's not possible, you have to find a niche. That means if a carpenter job shows up, will you go do it? It was quite a confusing experience for me because, at that point, I don't know what I can offer. I don't know what I'm good at. But then, I'm a graduate. I have a bachelor's in whatever I studied. So, while I was trying to figure things out, I don't remember exactly what happened, but I started figuring out what exactly I am good at. What can I offer? What things come so easy for me. So I realized that while I was in school, I used to write a lot. I had a book, an exercise book where I'd write different things, stories, poems, songs, so many things. Then I figured the easiest thing for me was to write. So then I started to write. I remember my first job that I applied for, I was a content developer kind of job. So at that time, they had rebranded these things. Writing was no longer just writing. As in, a company doesn't say, hey, we are looking for a writer. They usually say we're looking for a content developer, content creator. Or so creating content can be through text or photos. So it depends on what the company is looking for. Then I realized that I could actually write. So I started out at my first job as a content developer. Well, that was my first legit job. I did several other jobs which we'll talk about later. But usually most workplaces, when they realize that you're a graduate, they eventually show you what to do, what's expected of you. They take you through. So that's how I started out and figured that I could actually write more professionally. So if you're someone, you're young, you're from campus, you just graduated, there were so many graduates earlier this year from different universities in the country. If you're someone who is figuring things out, you don't know where to apply, you're looking for a job, but even when someone asks you what kind of job you're looking for, you're like, anything. I realize most times when you say anything, it's the first sign of unseriousness that the person sees in you. You're like, okay, anything, it really shows that you don't have anything to offer the other side of the party. So if you're someone that is in that headspace, it's usually graduates, but unfortunately in our country, the people that graduated 2-3 years ago and are still figuring things out. I think you should start with defining yourself. So let's say my name is Joanne. I will use a male. Let's say your name is John. You did, let's say, computer science. What exactly was the reason for doing computer science? Unfortunately, we also have cases of where someone did a course for their family, for their parents. The parents probably wanted him to become a doctor, and then they did 3-4 years of medicine. Unfortunately, we'll get to that part later, but if you're someone that had the freedom, the privilege to choose a particular course, then I believe you have a reason as to why you chose that. You probably admire someone who does the same thing. So find that person in you that decided, I'm going to do 3 years of computer science, and talk to them. And when I say talk to them, I don't mean it's a different person from you. Usually the older versions of ourselves have the reason as to why we did things we did at a particular time. So maybe you were 20 or 25 or 18 when you started campus. There should be a reason as to why you decided to do journalism or mass communication or social sciences or medicine, whatever course you chose. There should be a reason as to why you decided to do that. So first step is find the things you enjoy to do that can actually get to pay you. Let me talk about the unfortunate scenario whereby you did a course because your family wanted you to do it. In this situation, first of all, I am really sorry that you didn't have a choice. So you've pursued a course, you've graduated, you've made your parents happy. If you're lucky enough, it may get you a job, but you're probably not fulfilled where you are. I'd advise you take short courses in things you enjoy to do. Let's say your parents told you to do law because they wanted you to become a lawyer. They wanted a lawyer in the family, and being the good child that you agreed to do that. But then you probably have a passion in catering, bakery. You take short courses to help you perfect your craft, so that maybe in the time when you cannot take it anymore, you get to resign or quit or walk away and do something you actually love. Well, so if you're someone, you're watching this and you're just starting out at school, please make sure you're intentional about the courses you choose to do. If you're someone that's already finished school and you're trying to figure out where do I apply and no jobs, I suggest you look at what you can actually offer. Something that comes so easy to you, something that comes so natural, that just flows with your body, with your skill set. That is who you are. There is no rocket science to it. It's not going to be like a calling that happens in the night when you sleep in your dream and then you wake up in the morning and realize you love to do nothing. No. Nurses, you see a nurse from way before the things they do. You see a person that loves baking from way before. So these are simple skills, simple things you enjoy to do, and you're actually underestimating them. You're not sure that you're like, oh, maybe it may not yield or something, because that's where I was too. I really didn't think that much of writing, but to think that as of today, it's who I've become to be able to write. For the record, I have not actually become the best version of a writer that I want to be. I am working on it every single day. I am faking it till I make it. So while I'm faking it, I am learning every day. I make mistakes. I still write wrong grammar, poor diction. As in, your journey to self-discovery is not you realizing that you're a great cook, a great chef, and then you open the best restaurant in town. No, it's actually taking steps to it and then failing and making up and learning and having people push you around and mentor you. It's all a process that takes time to grow, to develop, to mold, to become the best version of ourselves. So if you're in that headspace, I prefer you choose to be intentional. Most of the conversations that we'll be having here will require us to be very intentional people about what we do, why we eat, what we are eating, how we spend our day, how we wake up in the morning. It's all about being very intentional. Should I do this here? Should I put on this dress? Should I wear like that? Should I walk like this? Should I sleep? Should I go jog? Everything about this podcast requires us to be very, very intentional. It's what we do, where we spend our time. So self-discovery requires you to be very, very intentional, because you cannot waste time while at it. You don't want to do law 2 years and then realize you actually didn't love it, and then start afresh of postcode to do medicine because you actually think you love medicine, and then 1 year in and you realize, no, medicine is really hard, and then you understand what I'm saying. So self-discovery is very important, but take gradual small steps on while on the journey to it. Talk to yourself, sit down, write down the things you love to do. I am sure there is. If you're someone that loves texting, who knows, you may have a job in tech. That's a job. There is no actual job about texting, but all I'm saying is tap into the energy of the things that you love to do. That could actually be your calling and who you're meant to be. Well, thank you for taking the time to watch and listen in. Our podcast available on all podcasting platforms. We'll be having our usual Instagram videos. If you prefer to watch me, then if you prefer to have me in your ears, yes, they're all available on all podcasting platforms, Spotify, you name it. Then our usual blogs for our lovely readers, day ones, they will continue to be uploaded on my website. So thank you for taking the time to watch this. I hope I'm of value addition. If you have any feedback, any questions, any comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Feel free to reach out and ask me. All my platforms have an open door policy for you to be able to disagree or agree or add comments or share different opinions. So feel free, feel comfortable. It's all a learning process for me and you. Like I said, I am not an expert at this. I am figuring things out every single day. Ciao, see you.